What it is, YouTube? It's your girl PM Goddess PMG. What it is, Potty Mouth Squad, PMS Squad. How y'all doing tonight? I want you, PMS Squad, PMS. I always say PMS Squad. So I be saying Potty Mouth Squad. Damn. Anyways, what it is, PMS Squad. Look, I want you to know you are beautiful, kind, intelligent, smart, and just overall fine. Okay, you fine. And anybody who comes in contact with you, they need to ask themselves,
how lucky can one guy be?
yo, we actually got a bit of a more serious video. Now, originally I was going to do this video over some gameplay, but the gameplay, it kept crashing and stuff. I just didn't feel like dealing with nothing tonight. So I was just like, you know what? And I feel like because this is a more serious topic, I should probably get on camera. I don't have to. But I just figured, maybe that's a sign. Maybe I should just get on camera and tell this story. But this is my experience of like a gaming weirdo, gaming pedo in the gaming community, of course. I didn't take no notes. Like I didn't write nothing down. So everything's just gonna be like straight off the dome. The purpose of this video is to not bash this person. While yes, this person should be bashed, and I don't know, they still could be doing this to other girls they may have come in contact with. I don't know. I don't talk to this person. I cut this person off about 2 years ago. So yeah, but this is to spread awareness to parents and to other teens, especially young girls, because it don't get talked about enough. Like it gets talked about like gaming weirdos, but it doesn't talk about how they affect people in the gaming community. Like yes, it's majority of boys, but it's not talked about how like the females are affected, and most females are affected damn near in the same way. So without further ado, let's just get to the story time. All right, so and I want to say March of 2021, I think it was. Um, me, yeah, I am a 2K head. Like 2K is one of my favorite games. The reason I'm not posting no 2K25 gameplays is because I'm not feeling 25 this year, so y'all probably will get 2K26 gameplay. But I used to have a channel back in the day, and I used to post 2K content. Anyways, that's here nor there. So 2K21, and I'm very competitive when it comes to 2K. So at the time, like my win percentage and stuff was going up, and I was like playing with these. I was playing with like these three dudes or whatever, and the win percentage was going up. But like, um, it, I was looking for new people to run with. So I went to this post. They was like, "Hey, you gotta have a certain like win percentage or whatever." I took a risk. I didn't have the win percentage that they required, but the guy, which is the guy who this video is about, we're gonna call him Adam. Yeah, we're gonna call him Adam. So Adam was like, "Hey, look, you don't got the win percentage or whatever." And I was like, "Look, I promise you, I'm nice as shit. Just give me a chance." Boom, balled out with them mad assists. Like I main PG. That's my thing. So that's how we hit it off. Now, me personally, as a person, I am reserved starting off. Like I don't like if you talk to me, yeah, I'm gonna talk back, but me, I personally just I rather listen at first because I'm very observant of people. So I don't like to share all my information and stuff at first. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but once I get to know you a little bit more, that's just me. So when I was in the party and stuff, like I would be like quiet and stuff. And Adam, he's the leader of this group. So he's like, he's trying to incorporate me like, hey, da da da. So the first 2 weeks, maybe week and a half, I was running with them. I wasn't really talking much. I would speak here and there. And then there was another thing too. It was a boy who was about, I think he might have been a year or two younger than me. And he was also in the clan. And I remember like, because like I said, I wasn't talking a lot. But when I did start talking and stuff, I remember like I would ask him questions because like I felt like he was the closest to my age. This nigga would like used to ignore me and shit. Like I don't like it. I'm not gonna get into him because he didn't do anything, and this has nothing to do with him. Like, it's certain things about him that me and my homegirls just picked up on about him, and I'm not even gonna get into that. But I just had to mention that. But yeah, so eventually I started talking more or whatever. I started opening up, and of course, jokes start rolling around. So I had to be when I started with this clan. I was what? I was 16, going on 17. Yeah. I was 16 going on 17, and the leader of this clan, he at the time I believe was 39. So boom, right there to 40. Feel me? He's 39. And he was just always one of those people, like, starting off, he was real cool, whatever. But something I noticed was, like, he could just never accept the fact that he was wrong in the argument. So, like, he'll get into it with people. And it's just like, bro, like, the whole party could be telling this man, bro, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. He's still, nah, 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 nah. He's one of them. Like, and he's going to keep going. Or even if he be like, we do tell him he in the right or whatever, he still want to keep going. It's just like, bro, shut up. All right, we told you in the right. It's like, all right, we trying to play the game now, like, and you breaking, like, you tweaking, relax. He was just one of them. And so me, I'm the type of person, like, yes, like I said, I'm reserved. I might be laid back at first, but once I get comfortable, I'm outspoken. Okay, I don't hold my tongue. I don't hold my tongue. So that was just like me and him. We was cool, but like certain things that you say, I'm just not gonna let you get away with saying. Also, I am one of those people, like, I like a lot of dark humor jokes, all that, all that. And so that was him too. Like the whole clan, right? That's cool. Now, the jokes with him though, and there's somebody else in that clan, but I'm gonna just focus on him mainly because the other person, like I said, I don't really have issues with that person either, but I will get into that person too. But this one, the jokes start off like very minimum. So it'll be like, let me think of like what's a small joke that probably won't be taken too out of proportion. Um, okay, his like, okay, like I said, we played 2K or whatever, and I remember it was something he was like, bro, the nigga just rammed into me, like, and so I made a joke like, hey yo, like he rammed into you, like something like that. The joke started off very minimum, very light. I don't know how, but in the midst of all that, like it'll be little jokes like that, and in the midst of all that, it got to, I want you to be my second wife. I kid you not. So like the first time like I ever heard him, like I'm thinking he joking or something, but like I found it, kind of weird. But as time went on, I realized this man was very serious. He lived in North Carolina. He always used to talk about how he has this big house or whatever, how he has all these dogs, all these bedrooms and stuff, like just making himself to be more than what he actually is. And that was another thing too. Every time he got into an argument with somebody, that was the first thing he went to. Bro, my house is bigger than yours. Bro, I got more money. Like, just he's just one of them. Like, and yeah, I just remember it got like it got to that or whatever. And me in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's really serious. But me, I'm not taking the situation that serious. Though I probably should have told my uncle or whoever was my parent figure at the time. I should have told them. But me, I like to troll people, so I started trolling him. I would send him pictures like of my neck or something, and pretend like I'm gonna send a picture of my titty, and I would never do that. So it was stuff like that. And what made it even more weird and how I knew he wasn't like joking was because like at first or whatever, like he would laugh it off, but then he would really start to sound sad or whatever, which I'm pretty sure was like a manipulation tactic. And no, it wasn't gonna work on me. But he would just make it seem sad, like, oh, you keep playing with my emotions, like you're gonna send it, or I really want you to be my second wife, and you just play with my emotions, like you get what I'm saying, like just weird. Now I remember it was this one guy in the clan. I'm gonna keep him confidential. This has nothing to do with him. I actually love this person who was in the clan. I'm gonna call him. We're gonna call him Jack. All right. So Jack, I remember he was playing with us and then he stopped playing with us. And I remember I told Adam, I said, Adam, Jack is not playing with us because he don't fuck with what we gonna this is the other one I said I was gonna talk about. We gonna call him Chris. That he basically is not running with us like that no more because of Chris. Chris being 2K, he just be throwing up dumb shit, anything, and it started making us lose and stuff. And like I said, we're very competitive. We had like 70 win percentages, stuff like that, like 76. So it was just like, bro, I'm not gonna keep running. But I told Adam, I said, bro, that don't make sense because we play other games with this guy. It's not like we all just play. Yes, 2K was the game that we played the most, but we played other games. I said he simply just does not want to be in the clan. Deep down, I knew why, and here is why. So I want to say, I'm pretty sure it was sometime 2022. It was a boy who joined the clan. Now, this is somebody that I recruited. Eventually, this guy, this Adam guy, he promoted me to like the second clan leader, like the co-host of the clan, right? So I recruited this guy. He's not that boy. I'm not even gonna give him a name. But me and the boy, we was around the same age. We ended up like starting dating. I didn't take this serious. Nothing like we. I don't take nothing serious if I'm dating you over the phone. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't like. So, and I noticed the boy. Like I noticed kind of like 2 days after talking to him, like he had like trust issues. He seemed a little cuckoo, like a little slow. So I remember like I did send him like, just and I sent the picture. And the picture was just of my stomach. It was nothing crazy. It was nothing crazy. It was the picture of my stomach. But I actually sent it because we was in a Discord. I meant to send it to the boy on Discord. I actually sent it to like the whole group chat on Discord. I quickly deleted it, but it was read by Jack. So when Jack read it, he put like I think he put like eyes like because I think it was a message between me and Adam before. So I think he was just like, what the fuck? Like, are you sending this to him or something? And it was just like, no, like, but after that, I noticed that's when he kind of became distant. So I think he was starting to think like, bro, like maybe this man might really be and he don't want no affiliation with that. I really think that's why he said he eventually came back or whatever. But I don't know if he still runs with them. Stupid. I was 16 at the time, just stupid. So I did send him an intimate video. I'm not gonna say what the video was, but I remember me and the boy like we got into it, and the boy like he was mad because I would be telling him stuff that like Adam would be saying and things like that. Just venting to him like about how weird he was, and so the boy, he was like, I don't remember what we was arguing about, but he was like, oh, you probably was running with Adam, da da da. So basically he got jealous and he was like, I'm gonna send that video to Adam. And so me, I'm trying to act all nonchalant like I don't care. But of course I care because I sent this video to you. And just because you mad at me, you're gonna send this damn video to a 40-year-old man. Obviously, that wasn't right of that boy. That was absolutely disgusting. But at the same time, he also was under 18, you know. So we all like do some dumb shit, but I can't take back what I did. I shouldn't have sent that damn video to him in the first place. But to this day, I would never know if Adam ever got that video. That was just one thing. And then what was another situation? Yeah, like I said, he had a wife or whatever. She would be in the background. She'd be like, "Hey, goddess," or whatever, and he'll just say things like, "My wife, bye," or whatever. Like she would be down with it, and it's just like, bro, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. And like she would be in the background, so it's not like, you know, it's not like she don't know. Like she knows that you're saying this. And even if she didn't know, you will eventually catch him. It's not like there's been times where he's been drunk on the mic mad loud and she has to tell him like to tone it down. So you heard him say some stuff, girl. Like it would be shit like that. Or a lot of he'll do a lot of what you call it? Just I remember one time, like I said, he promoted me to co-host. Sorry, like it's so much shit that happened that I'm trying to remember like the biggest story so that y'all can get the picture. And I'll tell y'all my message at the end of this video. But anyways, I will never forget. So it was me and another, and me and this girl, we still close like this to this day or whatever. It was me and her in this plan, and eventually it kind of was just like us two versus him on the low, but more so her, because him and her, they did not get along. But anyways, he would be like, you don't never recruit no girls. Mind you, I do. It's just like, bro, you're fucking weird. I don't want to bring no other girls into this toxic environment. That's what it was. That was the whole bottom. I never told him that. But that was the reason why I never went so hard when it came to like promoting and stuff. We had this girl on there. Now, I don't know how old this girl was or whatever. I think she might have been 16. I don't know. My other friend, the other girl, is the one who brought her in the party. So we all chilling. I think them two was on Fortnite. I think I was on 2K, and Adam was in the party. I think he was on YouTube or something. I don't know what the fuck he was on, right? So we all chilling. This man randomly gonna say a girl gets 100 facial bukkake. So I didn't even know what the hell that was. So I'm like, what? What? He was like 100 facial bukkake. I'm like, what the hell is that? He was, so basically he told us what it was. I said, bro, why the hell would you say that with the new girl here in the party? Like, you think she gonna want to join now? Like, what, are you okay? Like, we don't even know how old this girl was. And I think the girl was like 16, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't too sure. Like I said, I didn't bring her into the party. Somebody else did. But to my knowledge, I think the girl was 16. And mind you, she already wasn't talking on the mic, which brings me to my next point. Many girls in the gaming community, they do not talk, especially if they're younger. They will not talk because people are weirdos, or they just might be in, a lot of times, a lot of times it'd be a party full of guys. So sometimes it could just be intimidation. A girl may not want to talk right away. Maybe the guys are talking over her. Me personally, when I start off, I will never talk. It's just because I'm shy. I'm shy, reserved. But like, if we trying to get somebody into the clan, especially if they're shy and stuff, you saying off the wall outlandish shit like that could probably make a person, you don't know how this person could feel, if they're uncomfortable or not. What the fuck makes you think they're gonna join? They're not gonna join. So I'm just like, bro, like, I've been trying to get girls into the clan so we can have more diversity, and you go over here and you say that. And I said, bro, you don't even know how old she is. And he's just like purposely missing the point. And so my other friend, and she's older too, so she, she was backing me up and stuff. And he's just a horrible person. Like, he just brought up like her substance abuse addiction. Like, bro, you're trying to deflect the whole situation from the fact that you are a lustful, nasty person. That's all it is. Bottom line. But I'm gonna get back to that point. Like I said, probably towards the end of the video, I probably talk more about that. This man did end up sending me his wee wee or whatever, and it was a nice size. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie, it was a nice size. But like, I think that's when I really started like withdrawing, like really like started withdrawing from the group, because I'm like, okay, like this is weird. Oh, nah, fuck that. Editing me here. Ain't no birds of a feather flock together. All right. I don't care what nobody say. When I look back on it, I feel like a lot of the people in that party, besides the girl I was with, peeped a lot of shit just as much as I did, and just didn't say nothing because they was running with this man before I was in the picture. I don't know what the case may be. Maybe, or probably because they're weirdos too. I don't know. Or some people just have no backbone. But that's just how I view it. Like I said, I haven't played with them in 2 years. So that's that. But yeah, like, and then my brain is fried. So of course I can't remember every joke. But I will never forget, like, and then he was just he tried to be a know-it-all too. So I will never forget my friend, we all in the party. And she one of those people who, like, when people, they don't know the name or something, so they be like, that what you call it thing. They be like, what you call it? She's one of those people. So she was talking about the joystick, and instead of her saying, you know, one of the joysticks or whatever, she was like, the little knobby thing, da da da. So he was like, you mean the joystick? And she was like, you the only one. Everybody else knew what I meant. Mind you, she's drunk. She came to the party. She told everybody, hey, look, I'm a little lit tonight. But of course, you know that set her off. Like, bro, everybody else knew what she meant. You got to be the only one who being sarcastic or whatever. Just starting with her, right? So they going back and forth. They going back and forth. She proceeded to call him. She said, "Okay, Mr. Dictionary." And that really, like, he tried to make it seem like he wasn't mad, but he was mad. Like, he kept going on about it. He was like, "Nah, cause she's disrespecting me by calling me this, Mr. Dictionary. You be disrespecting me cause I'm smart." She like, "Bro, I'm not disrespecting you because you're smart." She was like, "Bro, you acting like a know-it-all." She was like, "My sister acts like that." She was like, "That's why I called you that." She was like, "I called my sister the same thing. Like, you just say blown it out of proportion." She would, but not to fail to mention, he started with her. You started with her, and now you're trying to make yourself the victim. No, no. And that was something that he did too. Very, very weird. But now, to wrap this video up, I want to talk about the awareness part down the brain. Parents, it is essential. If you hear, like, don't just think, even with our young men, don't just think, oh, that's just him. No, check in to see who the hell he on the mic with. If he ain't on the mic with his usual friends, Tyson, Mike, Eric, get your ass on that. Who is this? Who was Bob? And why is Bob saying he wanna put 40 dildos up your ass as a joke? That ain't no joke. Ain't no grown man should be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Check in with y'all kids, especially from my girls, okay? Because us girls, like, when it comes to being in the party and with those dudes, it's like they all talk over you. Um, they're just loud. They purposely miss the point. That's one of the biggest things that dudes do in the gaming community, because everybody is behind a screen, so they're able to miss the points, play stupid, say whatever the fuck they want that they think they can, and like, mm-mm, mm-mm. We gotta start getting on these people ass for real. And maybe I should expose the name. Maybe I should. I don't know, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm not vindictive like that. Um. Yes, I am. I'm very petty. Like in real life, I just don't care. So, and I don't care. It's just, yeah. Maybe I do a part two or like an updated version of this video if I remember a lot of the stuff that was said. Um, but just be very aware, because even now I find it hard for myself to interact with the community now. Like, it was easier for me to find new people to play with, but now I just find it like harder for me to find new people to play and interact with, because it's just like, bro, I'm very observant, and now I'm paying attention to everything you say, especially if, like, if you are an older dude. I'm paying attention to everything you say. Why are you talking to somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, 19 like that, you know? I'm not 19. I'm 20. I'm about to be 21. But I'm just saying, at the time, I was 19 and stuff. But I was 19 when I left, to clarify. I was 16 when I joined. Yeah. But that was it for this video. PMG. I'm out. Something else I remember. So I did say I was going to talk about that boy. The other one that I was talking about, Chris. Yeah. Him. So he told me, because me and him, we ended up having a thing. We messed around like twice. Because he also lived in the city. He lived in Brooklyn. And he told me, because Adam always used to be like, oh, that's his son. That's his son. Anybody who came in the party, he would introduce them as father and son. So he really had me believe. I really thought they was father and son. I went to that boy house. He was like, no. Like, he was like, I don't know why. He was like, I guess because they both from Red Hook. He was like, bro, I don't know why he be telling people that, like, he was like, and I was like, you don't say nothing. He was just like, no, like, he just stick with it. I'm not gonna be letting another grown man call me his. What? You letting another grown man son you for what? I don't know.